And if we talk about the situation in the region, having in mind always the war in Ukraine, would you say that the international community will be able to steer Western Balkans towards EU integration, having in mind that Serbia is not only closely tied with Russia, but it specifically refuses to impose sanctions on Russia, and it has, in one way or the other, it has been involved in the destabilization of neighboring countries?
Yeah, I understand your question. I would look at it from a different perspective, right? I'd take the lens and I'd look at it in a different way.
Okay.
Kosovo looks at Serbia as the threat, and to be fair, that there's valid reasons for that, right? But I think if there's any way that Kosovars could shelve the issue of Serbia and not worry about it as a threat so much, Serbia has its own challenges, right? And as much as Kosovo looks at Serbia as a challenge, Serbia is now surrounded by NATO, right? I mean, now that you have North Macedonia joining NATO, Serbia is an island, right, in a NATO ocean, and they're alone. And if you were to watch how Russia is underperforming in Ukraine, if that was the wagon you hitched your horse to, you're probably a little concerned. You might not openly show it because your people are, your people are still going to vote for you. You're a politician. You still want to be in office. But I don't think that the Serbian people are all that blind. I think that they see that, the 30 days into Kyiv by Russia was a miserable failure. They withdrew, and now they're attacking from the west, and that's not going very well. It's basically trench warfare, marred down in the Donbass and in Bakhmut. Russia's for being supposedly one of the most powerful militaries in the world, they are underperforming by a massive amount. So Serbia has its own issues, its own challenges. It probably cannot expect Russia to come to its aid if it chooses to be active and do some really dumb things. I would venture to say Kosovo knows full well that NATO would come and help her, because NATO is there on the ground with boots at both Camp Film City and Bondsteel and other bases.
Mr. Fisher, it's been a pleasure talking to you, and I hope some of the issues in our next conversation will have come to some sort of either agreement, either some sort of an epilogue. Thank you very much for your time, sir.
Thanks. If I could have one more quick thing,
sure,
for your listeners, I have a wonderful thriller book out called Balkan Reprisal. It's behind me on the wall right up here, and it's available on Amazon. It talks about Kosovo, and it talks a lot about my time there, even though it's a thriller. So hopefully your folks can go out and get it and enjoy it.
And it will be a pleasure, and I will be one of the readers this year. I can promise you that much. Thank you very much once more.
Thanks a lot. God bless.
Take care.